Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do a welt pocket for your female blazer. This is exactly what I'm going to show you how to construct. So without much ado, let's go straight and start. The very first thing we need to do is to cut out 3 sets of material, as you see so. The very first one is your contrast material that you're going to use to create the opening of the welt pocket. And this contrast material is 8 centimeters by 18 centimeters. 8 centimeters by 18 centimeters. And once you cut it out, you're going to iron on a fusible fleece, a hard one, on top of it. This is what the fleece looks like. And it's quite hard. That's what you're going to iron. This is the part, the shiny part is what you iron on the material. This part goes on the material. So once you've done that, you also cut out the fusible fleece, the same size with this one. That is 8 by 19 cm. And then you cut out your material, the material of your blazer. This is the material that I'm using for my blazer. And you cut out 18 cm by 33 cm. I repeat, 18 centimeters by 33 centimeters. And those are the products that you really need to make this welt. Now get the contrast material and your fusible fleece, and then you're going to fold it. Fold it. This is to get the center point for the width and the center point for the length. Just fold it like so. And you do same for the contrast material. Now, once you have the center point, we are going to draw a line, 14 centimeter line. And because it's 14 centimeters, we are going to put 7 at the center here, placing it at the center that you've drawn. And then we're going to draw the 14 centimeter line. We're going to do same for the fusible fleece. So once you've done that, then we are going to draw a 2 centimeter line. Place your tape such that the line is in between the 2 centimeters. Hope you're seeing what I'm doing. Our line is in between the 2 centimeters, so we just draw it so that we have 1 centimeter on each side. So this is what you have at the end of the day. After drawing the 2 centimeter line, or a little bit 0.07 or so, 0.08 inches in between, you just join the lines together and join the lines together, and this is what you have on your contrast material and on your fusible fleece. The next thing is to get your blazer front piece. As I said initially, if you want to know how I eventually sewed up this blazer, you could check a link below this video to show you how I cut the blazer and how I sewed the blazer. Now you take your blazer piece, this is the front part of it, and you're going to measure your shoulder to your waist level, and then add 2 centimeters. That's a little bit lower than 1 inch. 2 centimeters point. It is at this 2 centimeters point that I'm also going to draw a 14 centimeter line, like so, as you can see. 14 centimeter line. I'm going to do the same on the front part of the blazer. I also measure 46 centimeters because my shoulder to waist is 44 centimeters. I added 2 centimeters to give me 46 centimeters. And that's exactly where I'm also going to draw a 14 centimeter line. And try to put the 7 in between your princess cut. That is my center point, in between my princess cut. And then, so that I'll have 7 centimeters on both sides of the princess cut. Like so. Good. Next, we get hold of our fusible fleece, and then we're going to iron this shiny part on the same line where we drew the 14 cm. Make sure that this line aligns with this line. So ensure that it is the same, and then we are going to iron it on the part of the blazer. So that's exactly what I'm going to iron it down. Once you're done with ironing the fleece on the back part of your blazer, you now turn to the front, and then we're going to take the contrast material, and then we're also going to place it on the same line, ensuring that the center line is in line with this line we drew. So just place it and make sure it is the same line with the center line. And then we are going to go ahead and we are going to run our machine stitch in this rectangle, just this rectangle, not the center one. Here, 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 and here. I've run my stitches round the rectangle. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the scissors and I'm going to cut through this line. I'm going to cut through this line like so, and cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here. After cutting through, this is what you're supposed to have. This is what it looks like. Cut through, and this little triangle right here and little triangle right here. When you're doing this for the first time, try not to cut through your seam. Be very careful. Sometimes if you're doing it the first time, it's good to use a thread you can see, maybe a white thread, so that you see it very well. You see the thread, so that you don't cut into your seam. So you have this rectangular cut, small rectangular here and small rectangular here, and it's open back and front. So what we are going to do now is going to form the mouth of the welt, and what you're going to do is to put this right through this hole, put it inside, turn everything inside, and we are going to iron it down very well. So you go ahead and iron it down very, very well. I've ironed down my pocket, so your pocket should be looking like this for now. Don't worry, we are going to close it up. This is what it should be looking like. So you're going to turn it over. This is the back. And then you get your 33 by 18 piece. Remember the 33 by 18 piece of your material. Now, this is the front part of my material. I'm going to take this front part. This is the 18 inches end of the material, and I'm going to place it like this. I repeat, the 18 cm part of my material, I'll place it at the bottom part of the contrast, and then I am going to sew from here to here. Please sew just the contrast and the material, not on your blazer piece. Just this and this. And I'm going to run a machine right here. Once you're done with the sewing, this is what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. So now we are going to cover this piece. So you turn your cloth over and then you adjust and try to cover half of the space with the contrast material. Ensure that that black doesn't come out. So, and we're also going to try and bring this to cover half of the remaining half of the space. After ironing and pinning down, this is what your bag should be looking like at the back. I've pinned down here and I've pinned it down here. That's the back. And the front should be looking like so. That's your front. That's what it looks like. So what we are going to do now, we are going to sew so that this, our folding will remain in place. And the way to sew this, I need you to watch this very carefully. You turn this up like so. And you're going to use your machine. You're going to sew along this line. Remember, remove this. Please don't sew it under it. Just like this. Put it on your machine like this. And just sew this line, along this line. And once you reach the end, you turn the material like so. And run your machine along this line. When you're done, you turn the full cloth like so. And run your machine again along this line. And then the end like so. And run your machine along this line. And that's it. So after the sewing, you can see your pocket has taken its shape in the front. So what you're going to do next is to actually form the pockets where you can put your hands or put whatever you want to put. This is the back part of your material. And remember, this is our 33 by 18 cm piece. What you're going to do, you're just going to fold it forward like so, and then sew it onto the upper part here. We're going to sew it right here with our machine, and after that, we'll now sew the sides. Please don't sew the sides on your material. Just hold it like so, and just sew down from here to here, and we're going to do the same from here to here. Once you're done with the sewing on the sides, this is what the back pocket should be looking like. Don't mind me, you can use black thread, but it really doesn't matter because I'm going to use a lining on this blazer, so it won't even be seen. So that's what it will look like at the back, and this is what it will look like in the front. So with this, I've come to the end of this video on how you can create your welt pocket for your blazer. As I said before, I have a link below this video for you to see how I eventually finished this blazer from beginning to end, if you're interested in watching it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any challenges, drop your messages in the comment and I'll get back to you. It might not be perfect the first time, but keep trying it, keep watching the video, and you will get it right. Thank you for watching, and see you next time in my next video.